Hello everyone, JWR here, and this is the Prioritization mini-series where we cover prioritizing targets in different genres, or different fields, we should say. What I'm going to be covering is MMO PvP, MMO PvE, Tabletop RP, which is like D&D, Text RP, Facebook and things of that nature, and in most cases MOBAs, which will be closer to the MMO PvP. So, I can't exactly give you all the best of hints and helps for prioritizing in FPS, but I'll probably add that to the MOBA PvP kind of stuff. So, with that being said, can we speak openly about MOBAs for a moment? There's two orders of operation in a 5v5 team fight. And I say there's two orders because this is the usual stuff you'll get. You'll get 1, a tank. Number 2, a support or a healer. And then you have 3 people who happen to be DPS of some sort. Okay, let's think logically on this. If you've seen the whole MMO PvE logic, you know it's healer, DPS, tank. Fine. However, in MOBAs, one of the DPS typically is ranged, and they do a buttload of damage. They are pretty much sustained damage DPS. They are just constant there. So, what you are wanting to do, in the logical sense, is 1, if this assassin is close enough, or you have a pick, take the pick. Well, short of a tank, because the tank is pretty much going to try to make himself the pick, so you jump him, and then everyone jumps you. If it's a tank trying to get himself to get caught, don't fall for it. However, if it's an assassin, and you can stop them or control them, do so, and then jump their ass. Kill them quick. There's a reason why in most MOBA setups, when you're running around, you're looking for picks. You're looking to knock off the equality match. You don't want the match to be equal. You want to have an advantage. So you're going to look around after laning phase, and you're going to try to get picks. Most commonly, this will be someone trying to think they're badass and jump all 5 people, and it doesn't end well for them. Or it can end very well for them, depending on how good they are. But here's the situation you got to keep in mind. If you get into a group battle, 5v5, the tank is going to run front. He's going to run in front. He or she, depending on what champ, hero, whatever you use. They're going to run in front. They want you to attack them. They want that attention. They want you to go, hey, I'm going to hit this guy. And that's fine. You can hit him a couple times. Sure, whatever. But keep your eyes on the DPS. Because in most cases, the healer cannot heal that fast. Unlike, say, MMOs, where the healer has many healing options. They can just instantly heal one person, then turn around and heal another person in like the same level in the next 3 seconds. Yeah, they don't use the same spell to heal. But in most MOBAs, it's 4 to 5 keys that you have to worry about. Q, W, E, R. That's your typical 4 keys, and then your auto attack, whatever you have. But the point stands. They cannot heal that fast. So if you jump the tank and they waste a heal on the tank, then you immediately, as soon as you see the heal, you pop to someone else. You immediately go there. You just, boom, gone. And that's if you're DPS. If you're the tank, you're going to try to muscle past their tank. Which means the rest of the team who are not tanks, do not focus on a tank. Push past him. He's going to go for you. He's going to try to force you to focus on him, so he will hit you. And in most games, tanks do very little damage. Most of the time. Now, if they have like a 3-level gap on you, then you might want to go around his ass and try to get other people, but most of the time, the tank is going to try to get you to focus them, so they're going to run right through as much as they can. Unless it's a Yasuo team on League of Legends, and then they're just going to pop you up in the air, and Yasuo will just hit everybody. But, if you can avoid that, that'd be great. But the point stands. Avoid fighting the tank until last. They are made to soak up damage. That is their job. In PvP situations, that is their job, to soak up damage. Stop wasting your efforts. Stop wasting your ults. Stop wasting all your little buttons and your cooldowns on the tank. There's 5 of you. Your tank is trying to get to their back line. Their tank is going to try to get to your back line. Think logically. Do something to control the tank and push past him. Force him to reprioritize himself to attacking somebody. That is what you want to do. If you can, kill the assassin first. They are burst damage. They will kill you quickly. Assassin or mage, whatever. Whatever you can get to, if it's an assassin or mage, kill them quickly. Chances are you're not going to get to the ADC. The attack damage carry, whatever. They are usually going to hide in the back. Usually one of the assassins are going to hide in the back too. Because, they're going to want to clean up and get their pentakill and be like, yeah, I got a penta. Except for good assassins who see the advantage and just go nuts. But that's a whole nother kettle of fish, a whole nother story. That point remains, you want to kill the DPS quickly. Then you want to kill the healer. Only in this situation. Only when it's the 5v5 or the 3v3. Only in that situation. Because the healer cannot heal all members of the team that fast. Even ones that have group heals, they have a group heal. It happens once. It's on cooldown after that. And if you're beating the crap out of squishies, that heal might have just bought them a second or two, but not enough to save them. Focus on the DPS. Now, the only time this gets circumvented, and I do mean this, is if you're in, say, the bottom lane or the top, or whatever lane it is where you have a support character. If the support character is with, say, an ADC, and you're focusing on the ADC, and yet somehow the ADC keeps coming back with more health than you can do, that means the support is healing. And they're going to try to ping you. They're going to try to get little shots off. You know what I mean? They're going to try to do a little bit of poking here and there. They're going to try to poke you down. And your whole goal is trying to poke them down, but they have a healer. So every 3 pokes, one of your pokes becomes negated because they heal. So in this case, you definitely want to try. You want to try to kill the support. You definitely want to get them out the way. You want them out the way. Because the support is the one that's causing the problem. They're the ones with the control, usually. They're the ones that do the heal, usually. Now, in some cases, you get teams that you're not expecting. Like a melee at the bottom with a support. What the hell is this? And the melee is just running ruckshot on everybody. That's a whole other story. Fine. Do what you can to adjust to that. But again, if it's one person and a support, the support is going to try to support that one person. And it'll be easier for them because they're going to try to poke and move back. They're going to try to get you to waste your power, your energy, your efforts, your mana, your resources until you have to run away. That is the job. And of course, if you screw up and if you just go, screw this, we're going all in, and you F up, well, there's a reason why it's called a bait. But these are general setups, okay? These are general. Does this apply to everything? No. These are just general setups. If you're in a lane and it's just a support and one other person, your goal is to kill that support. You want to end them. You want to end the support. And the reason why you want to kill them is because you don't want the person with them to have any aid. So when it's time to kill them, they have no support. They are going to die. Now, again, this can be circumvented due to situations. So situations are very important. If your opponent is like, say, 10 hit points and they're starting to try to run back and the support heals for maybe 100 and you do 200 damage. 100 plus 10 is 110. 200 kills them. Guess who you should be aiming at before the support has time to heal again? You should be trying to hit that freaking target really hard. But of course, people know this, usually. I say usually because I've seen people go after an ADC. I've seen one ADC go after another ADC and then turn their back on their target. And, well, the ADC is like, what? Free shot. Dead. Okay, whatever. Be mindful of where you target. Be mindful of the situations. And adjust to your situations. Don't just automatically go, well, Double R said always attack the healer, so I'm always attacking the healer. And the healer's sitting there healing through your attacks, while the ADC is sitting there with 2 hit points punching you in the face. You might want to, like, fix that. Okay? Situations are important. remember them, and then adjust.